Do you have leftover heavy whipping cream in your fridge and you don't know what to do with it? Well, if you have 3 other ingredients that are staples in the kitchen, you can make the best creme brulee. I have made this for 10 years. It's so easy, just as good as any restaurant, and it's like our go-to dessert when we order out. So I compared it many, many, many times. So besides your heavy whipping cream, all you need is sugar, vanilla extract, or this is vanilla bean paste, and some egg yolks. It's so simple, and you can make a bigger batch by doubling or tripling this, or a small batch with your leftover, which I only had 1.5 cups left, so I'm only gonna make enough creme brulee with 1.5 cups because I didn't know what to do with it. Okay, so to start out, we are just going to put our heavy whipping cream in a saucepan to get warm. You don't want it to start boiling, but you want it to be hot. And while that's getting hot, I have 3 egg yolks in this mixing bowl. I'm gonna add in the sugar, which is only 2 tablespoons because I'm not making much. I only had 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream into the bowl, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. While this is getting hot, I'm gonna be whipping this the whole time. And then once this is done and that's done, recombine them, put them into the little creme brulee boats, and stick them in the oven. I will show you that process though. It's a little bit different than just sticking them in the oven. But then within like 15-20 minutes, you got creme brulee that you stick in your fridge and have for dessert tonight. I'll be right back. Okay, that only took about 4 minutes and maybe 5. But so those egg white, or those egg yolks, sugar and vanilla whipped until this really light color, and it's a lot thicker. Our heavy whipping cream is hot, and I'm going to slowly, I know this angle you can't see it, but I'm gonna stir the whole time I put in this hot heavy whipping cream. Whisk it all together, and and there's gonna be a little bit of foam on the top. I will show you. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna make sure it's all combined with the spatula. It's amazing how fast this is. Your whole family will love it, and you don't have to waste any kind of heavy whipping cream. Okay, there's a little bit of foam. Every time I do this, it's a little bit different. I do try to scrape off as much of the bubbles and foam as possible. It really, I think, depends on how fast you whisk in the milk, but I'm just pulling out hardly anything in this batch. And this is making even a little bit more than I anticipated. Okay, so there's obviously a ton of different kinds of ramekins when it comes to creme brulee. You have your bigger ones, we have small ones, and since I thought I was gonna be just making a few, I just got these ready. If I need to put some in this, I will. Okay, so you want a big, this is smaller than 9 by 13, but when I'm making bigger batches, I use a 9 by 13 and a small one because I can get about 6 big ones out of one batch if I double this recipe. Okay, so I'm gonna pour in my mixture into the ramekin. I mean, close to the top. Because at the bottom, right now I have some water boiling as well. I actually have it in my electric kettle. And once these are in here, I do have enough for a big ramekin. So I will pour whatever is left into the big ramekin and get an, okay. Wow, a lot more than I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna go get that hot water that we're gonna pour in the bottom of this till about halfway up the ramekin. Switch that. Okay, so just into the side here. I definitely like having your baking dish with really tall sides, because when you're putting this in or pulling this out of the oven, the last thing you want is to get splattered with boiling water. No, no thank you. Okay, you guys, I am going to pop these into the oven and set a timer for 20 minutes. Sometimes it goes to like 26. Don't tell me, it's probably how much is in each ramekin. But you want it to look a little bit golden on top and still a little bit jiggly because it sets in the fridge. So not like unjiggly. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so before I show you what they look like, because they're still baking, there's a couple different ways to get that perfect sugar top on your creme brulee once it's been in the fridge for, I mean, longer the better. So like 6+ hours, 4 for sure hours, to let that custard get completely set in the fridge. Once it has, then, and you're ready to serve, there's a couple different ways to make sure you get that yummy, crackable sugar top. Our favorite way, and tried and true in this house, is the sugar in the raw and doing a nice layer over top, making sure the whole top is covered, but not super thick, just nice and coated. And then using our kitchen torch. I invested in one of these because this dessert is very loved in this family, but this is the only thing I use my kitchen torch for. So if you don't have one, going ahead and putting whatever sugar you want on top. Some people use a little bit of white sugar and a little bit of brown sugar. Some people just use brown. Some people just use white sugar. I've seen it all over. Again, this is our favorite. But anyways, put whatever sugar topping you want on top. And then put your broiler in your oven on. It's gonna depend on every oven. You want it in as little time as possible because you still want that custard to be cold when you break into it. So if it's on low broil, just keep an eye on it because you just don't want it in there and getting that custard warm. But that does still work, and you'll see as the sugar bubbles up on top, once it's all kind of bubbling up on top, that's when you know it's done, and let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes to get hardened. With the sugar in the raw, we just hold the ramekin and go about this far away from it and melt, watch that sugar melt, but not burn. I mean, a little bit of darker sugar isn't bad. We actually enjoy it, but making sure it's all melted, and then we let it sit. I will do probably a separate video of us just getting that part done with the creme brulee, because they have to sit in the fridge for a few hours, and yeah, not sure if it's gonna get done tonight. We might actually have it tomorrow night for dessert. So I'll be back though to show you what they look like prior to me throwing them in the oven. Okay, I just said I'd show you what they look like before going in the oven, which I already showed you. This is what it looks like before we go in the fridge. So it's a little tiny bit golden brown on top, especially on this front one here. These ones are starting to get a little golden brown. They're just a smidge still jiggly, but not like super waterbedy. I'm gonna leave it in this hot water out of the oven for 10 minutes, and then it's cool enough just to grab them with your fingers and put plastic wrap over each one and stick them in the fridge for at least 4 hours before you serve, and put your sugar right on top and torch them, or put them in the broiler in your oven and enjoy at-home creme brulee. That is so yummy. I hope you guys try it, and please, please let me know if you do. Have a great day, you guys.